Back live in the studio here, Viewpoint. We have as our guest here, Mr. Roy Logan, and this is Greenslate. And want to be careful how we have her because she is a rifle chief, so don't insult her, please.
I already did that. You're too late. Where were you when I needed you?
Yeah, thank you. Mrs. Busby?
Yes?
I think you should carry on. I've given you instructions to take this microphone away from me for a little bit.
If I'm part owner of this, how come I always have to take instructions from you? I don't know.
I told her she should take more participation in this, but I'm talking too much on it.
Okay, now we're back to Ken Kendall and Stephanie Meyer and a creative drama camp.
Yeah, this is a little younger ones, and still the same format, still the 9 to 4. We still swim in the afternoon, bring a sack lunch and your towel, but once again, just great opportunities.
You know, kids like that. They really do.
Yeah, and it's such a chance for them to explore their imaginations and to just kind of stretch and grow. And on Friday afternoon, you know, we all of us at the Park District, we go in for the show. And the parents are invited, and it's really kind of neat to see what's happened in the 4.5 days leading up to this.
And you know what's so lucky about all your programs? When your kids are little, they don't know whether they want to be Carl Eller or Yvonne Lendl, you know?
Yeah.
And how are they ever going to figure it out if they don't have a chance to try these things?
You're right.
It's really such a blessing that we have all these opportunities for kids.
You know, and the neat thing with this is, and Marcia and I have both commented, because our offices are right there at the front where we host this program, and we can have 20 kids in that class, and you don't know we've got kids in the building.
They're all
just
concentrating
that into what's going on.
That's
Yeah.
Now, when they start with zip, zap, zop,
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
a different story.
Oh yes, well yes. When they're on stage, they're on stage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Now card making, you know, at the hospital, the group from the lab took it upon themselves to make cards, and they were really very lovely to be given to patients. They were very, very nice, and I bet that's about what you're going to be doing here.
We are. We're planning on making 4 cards that day. We're doing it May 21st, so it's coming up very quickly. Sue Berger, a wonderful, wonderful friend of the Park District, and very talented lady. Of course, if she were here right now, she'd be sitting down on me to, you know, no, you don't say those things. You know? But she is. She's quite an artist when it comes to that craft, and, you know, beautiful stuff. I mean, Marcia and I have both.
How do we come by volunteers who do these instructional sessions for us? That's pretty. I know you have somebody like her, Mrs. Berker.
Well,
How do you
Bill,
come
I'll
by
tell you,
talent?
I'm shameless when it comes to shopping. I mean, I hired a painting
Why
teacher
not?
at Aldi's one time.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause I looked at her and I said, Hilma, I said, do you still paint? She goes, yeah, I still got my studio too. I said, well, you need to move to Lincoln for a day. And she did.
And so she did.
Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful.
You know, but yeah, we just meet. I'll talk to anybody, as you well know.
Oh, well, we're all so shy.
But it's interesting. You come up with these volunteers to do this, and it's a great thing. They're making a great contribution to their community in doing so, and there's a lot of planning that goes on in the background to get these things all organized. So, Marcia and Roy, we appreciate what you're doing there. My goodness gracious. Go ahead, Mrs. Busby.
Yes, CSI. I think
Mrs.
that
Gossett's
sounds
favorite program.
ever such
CSI.
fun. Let's talk about your CSI program.
No, Roy's in charge of programs, but I'm kind of a CSI fan. I'm a Miami CSI fan on TV. I have to watch that all the time. And my husband informs me that that's not really how it's done a lot of times, that you can't get DNA and solve the crime in one day, as they show.
Well, if you've got only an hour to do it, you know, really, you
but
have to make allowances.
The kids have so much fun with it, and Richie Montcalm is a super instructor. Roy can kind of tell us some of the projects that they do and some parts of their kits that they get.
Oh, it's really kind of neat. Marcia's in there after class going through the stuff, you know. But they do fingerprinting. They're using cocoa powder, you know, and stuff like that. And it's just, it's kind of the bells and the whistles, and it's a little chemistry, and actually the kids are learning more than they even think. because Richie just puts it out there in such a fun way. You know, he's a parent. He's got kids. He knows what trips the triggers.
Sure.
So we're lucky to have him come out. We're doing it in the evening this year. So you know, kids that are busy during the day, we've got something to offer you in the evening as well.
In the evening, right. That's great. Well, and now, last but certainly not least, let's talk about the swimming pool. Right this morning, it doesn't feel like much of a swimming pool day, but it's coming. And when it gets here, you'll know it.
Yes, we always kind of comment that the happiest day is on Labor Day when the pool closes.
Yeah.
I suspect, yeah.
But
It's kind of like grandkids, you know, it makes you twice glad. Once when it comes,
Yep.
once when it goes.
Exactly. But we're looking forward to it. We've hired our manager back that we've had the last couple of years. She's been with us many years, Casey Hewitt, and trying to kind of offer some different activities and things at the pool. The kids are always a lot of fun to watch out there. So she's working on programming. It's very inexpensive to come out. We kind of find that a lot of times when we were a little bit of a daycare with the pool,
Yeah.
that the kids spend a lot of their days out there. But we're glad that we can do that for them. Kind of a side note on the pool, we're actually starting the process to get that pool replaced.
Well, how do you do that?
It was built in 1967.
Think of that.
Had about a 35-year life expectancy, so we well outlived that. So I would say in 2-3 years at the most, we will have a new swimming facility out there.
Well, where are you going to put it? Because you already got a big hole.
Well,
you
that
built
hole's
a big
gonna be
hole.
Dug up.
Replaced.
It will be replaced.
Yeah.
Structurally, that pool is almost beyond. We're able to patch it. We always have.
Yeah, that
leaks
makes
every year.
sense, though, with the age it has on
Yeah.
it now. Why wouldn't you think that it's probably had its useful
And the
years?
thing of, it's been there for so long, and it's a big rectangular body of water. That's all it is. The trend certainly is, and as a sign of the times, you have all these little water features and splash areas and shade areas for moms to sit while their kids in the pool. So we'll have several different little bodies of water for functions. It won't be just one big body of water anymore. So we're excited about that.
Like a kiddie pool, for instance, and
There
so
will just
forth?
be areas where probably on the surface where there will be the splash, like a big mushroom or something where the water comes out. The kids can play in that. There will be zero depth entry, so you just walk into it. You won't have to climb or jump anymore in certain areas. So we're starting the designing process on that. So it's
Well,
it's exciting.
unfortunately, we'll have the usual amount of naysayers about that, and that's unfortunate. But the fact is, and the facts are, that that's serving a great need for a lot of youngsters, and I think that's an investment in the community that we can certainly justify.
I think so too, and it's really. I mean, there is one of the downsides is with our numbers now is because there's so many neighborhood pools, where you can go swim. So our goal is to make it a pool that even if you've got a pool at home, it's going to be more fun to come out to our place to do some things. So it's exciting, and it's a big project, but it's one that you really need.
Well,
There's
it's
no
not-
park district without a pool. So
It's not that you lack for people using that pool. I don't care how many pools there are in various neighborhoods. It's a crowded, busy, fun place.
it is a fun place, and we want to make it more fun and more interactive for everyone involved. So
Well, we certainly appreciate the presence of Marcia Greenslate and Roy Logan. They perform a real service for us out here, the community. When I say us, I mean the Lincoln-Logan community. This is a Lincoln Park District. That does not mean to say that those who do not live in the district cannot avail themselves of what we have to offer out there. There's a very modest fee involved for that. There's a modest fee for the use of the facilities as we have them. Many of the offerings they have are free. I would urge you all to take advantage, young to the geezers, take advantage of what we offer out there. The place is well run, well regulated. They've got some dedicated people out there. And on behalf of Judy and I and Viewpoint, we thank you very much for being with us, folks.
you're very
welcome.
welcome. And I just want to say our theme is get up and move, so we encourage everyone to do that.
Good for you.
Thank you for Viewpoint.